Fresh rumors in circulation trying to explain why Israeli fighter jets flew over Syria. What did they drop? What's the significance? And what is this incident's likely outcome? This is Inside Story. Hello, I'm Imran Garda. A week and a half after Israel allegedly launched air raids into Syria, the rumor mill continues to grind. Speculations range from an attack on nuclear components to a rehearsal for a strike on Iran. Reports of the raid led to angry words from Syria, which claimed Israeli jets had dropped munitions while violating its airspace. After 10 days without response, Israel now claims it's maintained silence to ease ensuing tensions with Damascus. Damascus, meanwhile, is angry about foreign media suggestions that it may have been receiving nuclear material from North Korea. Complicated? Yes, of course. So what are the theories about the strikes, few of which come from named official sources? Well, at first it was widely rumored Israel's air power was aimed at hitting an arms cache in Syria bound for Hezbollah in Lebanon, which may or may not have come from Iran. Among the most significant claims now, conjecture that Israel could be practicing for an attack on nuclear targets in Iran. And in the last couple of days, those reports we've just referred to have surfaced in some US newspapers, claiming the raid pinpointed some joint nuclear venture between Syria and North Korea. Was anything even hit? We don't know. The Syrians say munitions were dropped in their territory and that they chased off the planes with ground fire. Some unnamed sources have claimed the Israeli F-15 and F-16 jets ditched fuel tanks just inside the Syrian border. Well, joining us now to discuss this incident and its ramifications from London, Sami Khiyami, the Syrian ambassador to the UK, and from Beirut, Kamel Wazni, a columnist and political analyst. Gentlemen, welcome. Mr. Wazni, if I could start off with you first, sir. What do you think was the most likely course of events?
Well, I'm afraid that the United States and Israel are preparing some file for Syria. This continuation of putting the news in the American media continuously and in many newspapers that Syria has a nuclear weapon or working together with the Korean, that's a reminder of us what happened with the Iraqi file and how the accusation started with the weapon of mass destruction. I think they're trying, from my analysis, that they're trying to put a file for Syria, to put it under more scrutiny, to have Syria comply with more resolution, to split Syria from Iran, and to be Syria to be more cooperative with the American and Israeli demand. This to be seen, but I see that this is indicative of all the news that come from Washington, from the Israeli, from the news seem that there's big conspiracy going around toward Syria.
Ambassador Khiyami, did they hit anything in Syria?
Well, I was not informed of any casualties or material loss. I think they just had time to throw their ammunitions and fled back to Israel. I think this is still a very dangerous act of aggression, and that the international community should do something about it.
Ambassador, are there huge stockpiles of arms in Syria? Part of the accusations are that Syria has a lot of stockpiles of arms bound for Hezbollah in Lebanon. Can you clarify that matter?
Well, our relation with Hezbollah is a relation of political alliance. We consider Hezbollah as a legitimate and legal resistance against Israel. However, there are no arms passed to Hezbollah or to any other force in Lebanon. This is clear and sound, and Israel knows about it. I think what Israel was trying to do is merely to escalate tension. This is exactly what some hawks in Washington want to, and escalating tension has nothing to do with all the calumnies they have been spreading around. It's a question of driving Syria into a position of confrontation, and Syria, I think, will not fall in this trap.
Do you think the Israelis were trying to send you some messages relating to Lebanon?
I don't think Israelis care about Lebanon. What they care about is really the Lebanese resistance, which is Hezbollah. However, this is not a question of message. This is a question of real escalation of tension. They would like us to reach a situation of confrontation. And I think that this is what the neocons want too. And I think it's very important at this point in time not to give them this opportunity. Syria has extended a hand of peace. Syria is speaking about negotiation, about the Arab initiative. It is going to continue to do so until such time when it really feels that there is no hope with the international community listening to the problem of the Middle East and to the problem of the Arabs.
Kamel Wazni in Beirut, why do you think all sides, particularly Israel, have been so conspicuously quiet over this incident?
Well, I think the media in the United States is taking the lead role in publicizing what the Israeli want to put out a word for Syria, put Syria on a notice that whatever happened in the war in Lebanon with Hezbollah and Israel, that the power of deterrence still in the hand of the Israelis. Still, Israel is capable of launching attack. Obviously, the overflight of Israeli airplane is a violation of international law. And this is, we've seen silent from not only Israel, from our Arab friend been silent about it, and the international community been silent about it. And this is, to my surprise and to many analysts in the region, that the whole community been quiet about this, and this is an outrageous act by the Israeli to violate a sovereignty of a country.
Sami Khayami, Mr. Wazni mentioned that some of the Arab neighbors have been conspicuously quiet and have not condemned the activities of Israel. What do you make of that, and why do you think they've been so quiet regarding this action?
Well, I think this question has to be addressed to the Arab states. However, we think that every time Israel and the United States are making a sort of preparation of aggression, there is a certain fear that spreads around in the Arab countries. And this kind of fear has become really very consistent, and something should be done about it. Unless the Arabs come together and define their position towards the Arab initiative, which King Abdullah himself initiated, then there is no hope of any peace in the Middle East.
Okay, gentlemen, stay with us. Time for a short break now. When we come back, we explore the ramifications of this Israeli raid on Syria. Do stay with us.